The Stanley Cup Final is just over 24 hours away, and questions are buzzing around whether or not the Blackhawks and the Lightning will go all the way to 7 games. So here with me now is our expert NHL analyst, Dave Golikoff, to break down his predictions for the season finale. Welcome back, Dave. Let's talk about the series ending in 4. If one team could do it, the books are favoring the Blackhawks over the Lightning at plus 850. Dave, could the Stanley Cup Final come up short here to just 4 games?
Well, I think 4 games is unlikely. I don't think there will be a sweep of any sort. These are two teams that have kind of been up and down throughout the playoffs. So, we've seen Tampa Bay be awesome at times. We've seen them struggle. We've seen Chicago be really good at times. We've seen them clinging to dear life, needing double, triple overtime goals just to survive. So, if you're looking at a short series, I think you're probably expecting Chicago to sweep in Tampa Bay, which is possible. But I think the more likely scenarios, they may be split there. The two teams may be split in Chicago, and it goes a little bit longer. I don't see this being a really short series. But again, if you're looking at a short series, you're banking on Chicago. Them being good on the road. Tampa Bay 5-5 at home this postseason. You're banking on them continuing to struggle at home. You're also banking on Chicago's experience to continue to shine, and Tampa Bay's inexperience in this round, or the young team hasn't been this far to really be their downfall. So if those things all go in your favor, we could see maybe a 4 or 5 game series.
All right, but on the opposite end of the spectrum here, Dave, we have seen a lot of excitement in the playoffs. Many series went 6 or 7 games. Could we see this matchup go all the way?
Well, I think it's more likely to go 7 games than it is to go 4 games. You take a look at Chicago, and at times, as mentioned, they needed double overtime, triple overtime goals just to survive the Anaheim Ducks. In the first round, they had to pull Corey Crawford, then they had to pull Scott Darling. The Blackhawks, in my opinion, are a team that has gotten stronger as the playoffs have gone on, but it's not as if they haven't had their hiccups. As for Tampa Bay, same thing. We've seen Jekyll and Hyde from them. They struggled against Detroit, and they also dominated Detroit. They struggled against the Rangers at times, and then they dominated against the Rangers at times. Perfect example is goaltender Ben Bishop. He's allowed 17 goals in his last 5 games, but 2 of those games were shutouts. So he's actually given up 17 goals in 3 games. I don't know if you look at that as a positive or a negative, because he could come out and shut out the Blackhawks in game 1, or it could be, a 7-1 final. So I think given the nature of how these teams have been uneven, I think it's more likely to go 7 games than it is to go 4 games and be a really short series.
All right, so now you've argued both sides here, Dave, but what's the magic number? How far do you see the Stanley Cup Final actually going?
I think 6 is the key for me. I've mentioned this, I think, a few times now, and, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think Chicago gets a split in Tampa Bay. I think that they take care of business on their home ice because they've been very hard to beat at home, and then they end up winning in Game 6 at home. That's just how I see it. I think it's about a 6-game series, and I can't really see it being much shorter than that, but that's how I see it playing out.
All right, you heard it first from SBR's expert handicapper Dave Golikoff. Blackhawks in 6 with a value of plus 350. Let us know how you think the series will play out as well. Give us your picks, your comments, good or bad. We want to hear from you. And of course, stick around as we keep bringing you the best selections and predictions for the Stanley Cup Final. Keep it locked right here with us at Sportsbook Review.